As per usual, it's a new year, which means new content from the pilots. Whether the festive and pilot-free Christmas period made you actually forget what it was like to be insurmountably stressed by two men from Ohio, or if you're new to the fanbase after being introduced to the band through Arcane, today I'll be giving a little reminder and recap as to what we can expect in 2025. The Clancy tour will be restarting this coming week for its leg in Latin America, meaning there'll likely be some setlist changes to observe. You never know, your favourite song may have been dusted off to play live. Current speculation is we may get a live performance of The Line during concert. Moreover, if you didn't get the chance to purchase tickets, this is your chance to watch live streams or YouTube videos on these new concerts. After Latin America, the Clancy tour will head to Europe before finishing in the UK. After that, we'll probably have to wait and see if the pilots announce a second leg to the tour, or if they decide to do a mini US exclusive tour like the Icy tour. As far as I'm aware, the openers for either of these legs have yet to be announced, so stay tuned. In my last news update, before I dipped off the face of the earth, I covered how the EU and UK tour dates would also see the return of the FPE exhibit, a museum dedicated to the history of 21 Pilots that is present for every concert during the tour. If you're a fan from the UK and EU, last I checked there were still tickets on sale for the exhibit, so make sure you check them out, and all of the terms and conditions, before the pilots arrive near you. The return of the exhibit also gives us a new exciting lore opportunity. As some of you may remember, fragments of letters from Dema citizens accompanied the museum at each and every concert. These letters contributed to not only the world building of Dema, but also to the narrative, giving us hints as to what happened in the ending of Paladin Strait, and simultaneously dropping huge lore bombs. This return provides the opportunity for these letters to make a comeback, this time hinting towards what happens after Paladin Strait, rather than just confirming to us that Clancy and the Internal Rebellion were caught. May 17th of this year will mark 10 years since Blurryface released. Not only that, but this date will happen after the Clancy tour comes to a close on May 14th. In 2023, the pilots hosted a live stream to celebrate the 10th anniversary of Vessel, also selling an exclusive vinyl and box set alongside it. There is a chance for them to do the same thing for Blurryface, especially since it's their most commercially successful album. This year will also see the conclusion of this 10-year-long story. We know this thanks to quite a few hints the pilots have given us, from the letters in the FPE exhibit to Paladin Strait not having a conclusive ending, to the message of Clancy the final chapter 25 in the digital remains, and 25 in general being emphasised a lot, both in the album and by the boys, to the official band account putting an incomplete version of their logo in a livestream chat during the premiere of Paladin. There have been a lot of clues pointing towards our definitive ending happening this year. In fact, it is possible that this may take place on either the 1st anniversary of Clancy or the 10th anniversary of Blurryface, or even June 25th, which would mark 8 years since Tyler officially announced the end of the Blurryface era. In line with the ending of the story, a lot of clickies have been theorising as to what method they will use to present this ending. Some theories state we'll get another video like I Am Clancy, others believe we'll get a single. There's also speculation that we'll get a double album of sorts, and by double album I mean something along the lines of a deluxe or an EP to explore this final chapter. There is some compelling evidence for this, namely that from a logical perspective, there are many single versions of Clancy songs, such as The Craving, Overcompensate and The Line, that do not exist on any record. Moreover, on the digital remains, we saw 2 songs that were never released, one being Drag Path and the other a more hidden one, seemingly called Graffiti, deciphered by Heavy Dirty Sean on Discord. As for more speculative evidence, there was also a tweet Tyler made at the start of the era, which was quite literally just keyboard smash. But Click members found that the amount of individual letters added to the amount of songs on Clancy resulted in the number 25, leading fans to believe that each letter represents a new song. There's also Tyler making the statement after the release of Clancy that this was just the beginning of bringing the record to life. There's also the fact that a lot of people believe the band logo hints towards an extension of Clancy. The vertical line representing Clancy, the hyphen representing the single from Arcane, aptly titled The Line, and also representing that we're in an in-between, with the diagonal line potentially referencing another album to come. But of course, this is speculation. Nobody really has any idea as to how the pilots will convey the ending, and the speculative evidence at best is circumstantial. And that's a wrap on everything we know definitively could be coming so far this coming year of 2025. I didn't want to mention anything along the lines of festivals, purely because the pilots tend to announce festivals a year in advance, so I don't know if they're planning on doing any festivals yet, but judging by patterns, we can probably expect like a Lollapalooza maybe. But yes, knowing the pilots, this probably doesn't even scratch the surface. February will probably come and they'll, like, I don't know, drop an ARG that takes a month to solve or something, who knows. Either way, I'll keep you updated if our two favourite pilots are making any moves, and I will see you in the snapback analysis video.